How's it going, guys? This is week 9, friendships, and this is Jesus Rodriguez. This is my response video to the discussion questions, and the first question asks, how do you know what the rules of friendship are? And I think you learn the rules of friendship through interactions with other people. That's friends, peers, anyone you really come in contact with. I think you can also learn them through watching how other people interact with one another. So the next question asks, how do you learn them? I think that you learn them at a young age, and a lot of it is pretty much based on trial and error. So you might come across somebody and you say something to them, and that something gives them a positive feeling, and you associate that with friendship. Or you do something to someone that has a negative impact on them, and you kind of learn quickly that that's something that friends just don't do to each other. The next question is, what are some of the biggest costs associated with maintaining your friendships? For me personally, the biggest cost is time. The older I've gotten, the more it seems that there's less time to give to one another. We usually get caught up with work or family lives or other obligations that we see fit to use our time towards instead of using it towards one another. Another cost is money. There's times where I might invite someone out, or they might invite me out, and if it's something that costs a certain amount of money that I or they might not have, then there's times where you just end up saying no. And so if that's something that continuously happens, then you start kind of drifting away from each other because you're not spending as much time with one another. The next one is communication. Regardless of the time and the money, I think communication is also a huge thing, because if you can't keep in contact with that person and continue on building that relationship and that bond, then it just ends up crumbling. The last question, or the last statement I guess, is describe a time when a friendship ended because the cost exceeded the rewards. I've had friendships end because we weren't really making each other a priority to spend time with one another. It can have an impact when you're constantly trying to make an effort, but the other person doesn't put the same amount of effort in. So you can only ask so many times to spend time with this person, or to move things around for them, to make them the priority. But if you're not getting the same treatment back, and it's not a two-way street, then it's really easy for that bond of friendship to start breaking apart. You stop spending less time with each other, and you start, choosing other things to use your time on, and then all of a sudden you guys haven't talked to each other in a really long time. So that would be an example of the cost exceeding the rewards. And I hope you guys enjoyed the video. This is Jesus Rodriguez, and enjoy your week. Bye.